Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about the differences and the importance of each way to train your chest. So we have the regular flat bench, we have doing dumbbells, we have doing like chest machines. I want to start with flat bench. You know, regular barbell flat bench. This is one of your big three lifts. This is one of your most important lifts, I think. I think the big three are the most important lifts and you should not skip them. This is going to train your chest, it's going to train your core, it's going to train your legs. Whenever you're doing this, you want to make sure your hands are a little more than shoulder width apart, so whenever you're coming down, your arms are basically at 90 degrees. And there's two grips. You can either wrap your thumb around it or you can't. The one you don't is called suicide grip. Don't recommend it if you don't have a spotter because it is easier for it to fall off on your chest, although I do it. The thing I like about barbell bench is you can overload the weight, you can go heavier than any other ones. You can still work your core. You want to keep your quads and your glutes tight. You'll see I have 3 points of contact on the bench. I have my head, I have my shoulders, and I have my butt contact on the bench. Have a little bit of arch in my back. This allows me to get a heavier lift. It allows you to put more of the pressure on your chest and less on your shoulders and less on your triceps. So whenever you're doing this, the wider you go, the more it's going to focus on the outside of your pecs, and the closer you go, the more it's going to focus on your triceps. So somewhere in between is a perfect match to get a power lift and to get heavy weight. Alright, the next one I want to talk about is dumbbell bench press. Same thing, flat bench, but you're using dumbbells instead. This is good if you are having trouble with keeping your sides, even if one side's way stronger than the other side. This will help even it out because it requires each hand to do the equal amount of weight, and you can't cheat it like you can with barbell. If you're doing a barbell, you can push up more on one side and the other one's just kind of follow up. But this doesn't allow you to cheat. The only thing that isn't good about this is you can't get as good a form because you can't set your form before you grab the weights. You have to do it while the weights are up, and that's harder to do. The other bad thing about this is you can't do as much weight, and sometimes you want to drop off earlier. The great thing about this is that you don't need a spotter. I mean, you can do this alone because if you do need to drop the weights, you can drop it on your sides. I do recommend doing this, having a spotter, because if you do have a spotter, then maybe you can get you can get help on the last few reps to still overload the muscle and overtrain it to get better gains. Now the third one I want to talk about, I don't want to say it's not important because it is important, but the third one is probably the least important if you want to compare all three, and that's doing chest machines. See, chest machines take out the stabilization part, so all you're working is your chest, and that's why they're great to finish up on. That's why they're great to hit after you hit your big lifts, because it allows you to isolate your chest and really just focus all the pump on there. But it doesn't help you with your overall strength and your overall functionality of your body. See, when you're doing the other ones, you have their stabilization. So when you're doing bench press, whether it's on dumbbell or barbell, your lats are using to stabilize your core, your quads are tight, your glutes are tight. Everything's tight to stabilize the weight. But with the machine, all you're doing is pushing. And that's why I think it's good to end with machines or do burnouts with machines, or like do them after you do your big lifts, because machines allow you to just tire out the muscle after it's already tired, but again, you lose all the stabilization muscles. You could go up like 50 pounds on a machine and your bench might only go up 10 pounds because your stabilization muscles are so weak. That's another thing whenever you're doing bench, that's how a lot of people judge progression. So it's a good thing to keep up to do on bench. I do recommend doing a spotter on both the bench press with the barbell and the dumbbells. The machines, you of course don't need one. So there is benefits to doing all three. I think you should do all three in your workout. I always start with barbell or dumbbell. I alternate depending on if I have a spotter or not. I wouldn't go too heavy on a barbell if you don't have a spotter because it can be dangerous. But dude, try to go as heavy as you can. That wraps up this video, guys. Definitely hit all three though. I wouldn't skip any of them because you're just cheating yourself. So definitely keep checking out us on social media. That's where we have all the updates with new merch coming out or anything. Check out ColdBloodedFit.com to get your shirts. We have the tank tops, the t-shirts, men's and women's. So other than that, just like and subscribe and share this video.